My name is Lottie Moon. Actually, my parents named me Charlotte Diggs Moon, but everyone calls me Lottie. I was born in December of 1840 in a small town in Virginia. I have 6 brothers and sisters. My parents were very wealthy, so I had a nice life. My mother was a good Christian, so she held church services in our very own home. But I was not interested in church. I wanted to be a teacher. So when I got older, I went to school to be a teacher. One day when I was 18 years old, some of my school friends invited me to go to church with them to learn about missions. It didn't sound very interesting to me, but I liked being with my friends, so I went along anyway. That night, I heard a wonderful sermon. The preacher told me about Jesus and how much he loved me. He talked about missions too. He talked about how we are to spread the good news to all people. And that night, I decided right then that I wanted to become a Christian and follow Jesus wherever he would lead me. After I became a Christian, I finished college and started teaching. But I could not stop thinking about missions. I wanted to know about the world and who was telling them about Jesus. Should I be a missionary? I wondered. I finally made up my mind. I would become a missionary. 6 months later, I was appointed to China, and I was so excited. I wanted the people in China to know more and more about Jesus, so I boarded the ship and headed my way. I didn't know at all what it would be like, but I knew that this is where God wanted me to be. One day, I had an idea that I could use to connect with the people. I would bake cookies. They smelled so good. At first, the children would not eat them. Someone said that it would make them sick. But I just kept making cookies anyway. Soon the children came to my house, and as they would eat the cookies, I told them about Jesus, and they called me the Cookie Lady. I began to tell more and more people about God, but the job was so huge. So many people wanted to know and hear. So I began to write letters. I wrote back to the States, and I asked them to pray for the Chinese people and to send more money and more missionaries. At first, I lived in a city of Tingchao. Then I decided the people in the rural areas might be more friendlier, so I began to visit the nearby villages. I lived the rest of my life in China, and I was so happy there. I knew that God wanted me to be in China to help the men, women, boys, and girls learn, grow, and know more about Jesus Christ. The rest of the story goes that in 1912, a terrible famine came to China. People everywhere were starving. Little children had nothing to eat. Soon, Lottie Moon was giving her food to all of the people, but she herself got sick. So Lottie's friends put her on a ship to go back to the U.S. to get better, but Lottie never made it. She died on Christmas Eve of 1912 while still aboard on the ship. Lottie Moon gave her life to Christ so the people in China could learn more about her Savior. And each year, the Southern Baptist churches collect a Lottie Moon Christmas offering to help missionaries through the International Mission Board as they spread the gospel. Some are in locations that we cannot even know due to safety and security reasons. But however, we can still help by giving to this important offering. Our Lottie Moon goal this year is $5,000. Please help us as we, a church, support our International Mission Board missionaries, because little is much when God is in it. Thank you.